Okay, Jay, little before and after from our session today, mate. So what we're working on is, I mean, I'm quite happy with how you're getting up to the top there, right? You can especially for the driver, you want to kind of you want to understand the expression of loading and exploding a bit more. I definitely think you can load up under your trail foot a little bit more on the backswing, right? You only get up into the 60s, maybe. You can definitely push down more during your takeaway under your trail foot, right? Because if you don't, you're going to get on your lead foot a little early, and then start pushing down and really exploding that little foot a little early, right? And that's what we found with, that graph there. It's like that spike there, that white spike going up is just a little early there. We don't want the white spike until about there, about P5, or shaft parallel on the way down, right? So I think if you load up on your trail foot a little more, it'll slow down the point when you're really pushing down the hardest in your lead foot, if that makes sense. But really what we worked on was starting the downswing without the kind of the early extension. You can see how your butts come away from that red line. You're losing your tush line a little bit there. Your head's coming up out the box, right? Generally what that does is it raises the handle, the club head gets a little behind you, and you kind of swing out to the right a little bit, right? Which is what you said with regards to your misses, right? It's a big block, it's also a hook. So that was an aspect we worked on. And then, as we're coming through, getting into that left heel more to get that club swinging more underneath the left shoulder, right? So you can see here, even at that point, if you look at on your left foot, you're 100% on your toes on your left foot, and you don't really plant that left heel down until now. Well, the club, you've almost finished the swing at that point, right? So what we worked on here, I'll maybe make this a little larger so you can see it, was starting the downswing first of all without the early extension in your spine, right? So you got to feel like you're pushing back with your butt a little bit, keeping your butt on that line, on that tush line, and you can see how your head doesn't come back and out of the box. If anything, your head's kind of coming down and staying in the box to start downswing, right? And then once you've done that, then it's all about getting into that left heel, coming down and through impact. There you go. So that's much better. So through impact there, you're now 72% into your left heel, whereas before, at that point, you were 100% into your toes. You had 0 on your left heel, right? Now that's going to contribute to where this arm goes after impact. There. Now I know you're not hitting the ball, but what we're trying, you can see how because you're in your heel more, you can turn more, get that right arm more across your chest. And now we're into the heel, the right arm's hugging the chest more, the shaft starts to come out more underneath your left shoulder, whereas before your shaft was always coming out through your shoulder there with the club face turning over, right? So really twofold, kind of the sitting to start the downswing, understanding that as you start the downswing there, the hips and the spine angle flex forward. They don't stand up. They don't extend. You've got to flex forward first before you get into the extending through impact, right? That's the first part. And then that keeps your butt on that tush line and keeps your head in the box. And then as you come down, getting into that left heel more. Yeah, good mate, excellent.